This is Bear Essentials with Bear Buyers. Operation Iron Horse. It's almost 2 weeks old, and I finally was able to complete it. Been struggling, but I want to give a shout out first and foremost to Raging Dragon 4 and his crew. Was able to get me through my second raid. On July 5th, 2019, I was able to get these guys to get me through the first raid. And after 25 more completions, I was able to produce 5 more Eagle Bears and give 4 of those away. I want to give a big shout out to them. We started out the first day with a few people that wanted to try the raid, and we didn't get past Lieutenant Gray, and I did do a video on that. We made a valiant effort in those first hour or two, but it ended up in defeat, just as you see me right here, and this is how the day went. We got down to where we got him down about 75%, and then the blue stuff got out of control. So again, big thank you to Raging Dragon 4, my MVP. I can call him my friend and personal gamer. And here is some of the clips, and then we'll break it down. He made it real simple. There was actually 2 or 3 of us that had not had a lot of experience with the raid here, but he was able to talk us through what we needed to do, and we executed what he instructed us to do. And the other 4 or 5 players that solidly knew everything that they needed to do, the role players, the big guys, when to put the shield out, when to line up, when to heal, when to stay in cover, when to call out the snipers, when to call out the heavies, who needed to shoot the boss, who needed not to shoot the boss. All those things came down, and they called them out in a very concise and clear manner. Great leadership throughout the raid, and his group knows what they need to do. They have good builds. Not only good builds, they have great builds actually. Nobody really went down, and then when they did, they got right back up. They had the reviver hives. We got everything done, got through it, and as you can see, we're nearing the end here. So much of the raid is finding people that you have good synergy with. I personally have a limitation when the going gets tough, or I have to be the one in charge, or the one with more experience with inexperienced players. I can tend to get the stress get to me a little bit, and I can be more that, they don't call me Bear for nothing kind of thing. Here's some of the prizes you get. You get this nice welding mask. Of course, you get a patch. Of course, here's the patch, nice displayed. An Xbox achievement. And this goes to the credit to this team and what they did. Excellent job. And I'm just going to let this play out to the end here, and then we're going to go over some of the projects that you have to get to.
them to accelerate their plans, but it looks like they were only days away from raining hell on DC with that train. The True Sons could easily have been reborn right here.
So here's the two projects. Complete those projects. Now what you need to do is you need to do the raid enough times to get the chest and the backpack, the bulwark, and the chest and the backpack of the initiative to drop. And then you have to get rid of them. You had to donate them. You can get the other 4 from the other parts of the game, but you need to donate a full set of bulwark and a full set of future initiative to be able to complete that part of the challenge, so you can get the blueprint, so you can get the next project to finish your exotic new pistol from the raid. The Regulus is just like the Eagle Bear was in the first raid. It is exclusive to this raid, and it is a rare drop. Some people already have it, or Raging's already got it. I think King Macho showed that he already had it. Some of the other guys that have completed it have done a good job, and they've got luckily to get a double-barreled gun that does so well. The graphics here is pretty neat. Video, I really enjoyed a lot of the puzzle aspect, but it does seem to be, once you get this raid down, if your group knows what they need to do and you got that good leadership, I think this raid's going to be easier to complete over and over again than it is the first one. But we'll see. We'll see. You get these done, then you get further instructions to be able to complete and be able to craft that exotic. And then I assume it'll drop just anytime you are able to get the pistol, like the Liberty. Again, a special shout out to these guys right up here for a great job. They work like they did in the first raid at all. They're going to carry a lot of new people for the first time completion this raid. Hopefully they have some better success. This group trained a lot of people in the first raid, and some of those went on to form groups that did nothing but the raid.
Bear essentials with bear buyers. This better fucking work. Test.
Now, if you take all account, all the people that trained other people that these guys trained, then it becomes multiplicable. It's kind of like damage to armor or damage to health. It becomes more powerful than just the raw numbers show. So teaching people like me, or in the first raid, XX Dolly, XX, that went on to do hundreds and hundreds of completions with the Easy Raiders. I got 24 completions, which is nothing compared to some of these guys that had 70, 80, 100. And again, people they trained got hundreds and thousands. It's kind of funny to see, to hear some of the things that Raging Dragon went back to some of those groups, and some of the newer guys that were in that group didn't know where the training really come from, and they were telling Raging that, hey, he needed to do stuff better. It was almost comical to hear something like that. It's sad, but it's the truth. The bottom line is the raid is out there. There are people that's going to get you through. Some of the content creators that have got through multiple times, King Macho and all that. Now I'm going to use a little bit of time with all the shout outs that I'm giving to address the issue. And especially since somebody like this, some of the other groups like King Macho, I know Kamikaze Von Doom, some of those guys were working hard And I didn't hear any of those guys talking about having any kind of cheat sheets or anything like that. And it is really sad that these guys had a shot at being world's first if it wouldn't have been for the extra information that was given to a few key people. I really hope that that investigation bears fruit, and the people that cheated openly and thumbed their nose at so many people and took credit for it just to get some more hits. I really hope something's done about that, because these guys and people like these guys deserved, if they had a real crack at being the first in the world to complete it, they should have been the ones up there. So with that said, I'm going to put them on that poster right now, because in my world, they are the first. They are the first ones to get me through this. And yeah, my name's on there too, but that's just because I was part of the team. But I really want to give shouts outs to these guys and people like them that did it the right way, that do other raids, not in just this game, but games like Destiny 2, games across the board. These guys really love the challenge and are really good at teamwork, and I have a lot to learn. Thanks once again, Raging Dragon 4, Shots Fired, Term, Stumpy, Ace, Architect, Calnor. Thank you for helping me defeat the boss, or doing it and having me along for the ride. Hopefully in the video I can show that I put some bullets on target and helped you guys as well. Given the right opportunity, I hope that I can pull my weight and help you guys even more as the raids go by, and I can pay it backwards to other people so they can complete the raid, so more people can get the exotic weapon, so we can get the gear that we need to do to complete our missions. It's a fun raid. As I said before, it does seem that once you learn your role and you have other people that learn their role, I believe that this raid can be repeatable a lot easier than the first raid was. It's going to take effort. It's going to take a lot more builds. It's just not a DPS check like the first raid was. This one's got some puzzles, got a lot of teamwork, got a lot of issues. And like I said, I'm leaving it in Massive's hands right now. I know when it comes to top 13, there is some pressure from other people to exclude some of those guys that have openly admitted that they were using information that the rest of us did not have. Now, I do know that some of that was leaked, but nothing to the extent of that document that we see. Kind of looking forward to one last word from Mr. Wids on his confession that he says is going to make, that he knew it all, or whatever that meant. And I hope it's just not clickbait like so many of his things have been. So, thank you, Raging Dragon, for helping your friend BearBuyer65 get the patch, get the stuff, and be able to make this video. Thank you very, very much, because I guarantee I could not be here by myself. The Earthshaker would have destroyed other places instead of being a burning heat behind me at this picture. I hope you guys find your Raging Dragon 4, and if you can't find a leader like that, and you're on Xbox, you might reach out, say you've watched the bear video and seen what he is capable of doing, and maybe if the right circumstances are right and you're willing to have the right builds, willing to listen, I'm sure he would love to have the ability to get you one more person to complete the raid. But that's something you're going to have to work out with him if that opportunity arises. Hopefully, a lot of us will be taking up his time and we'll be getting through the raid, helping friends and clans and people that we know get through the raid as well. But it would be really awesome to know that this group, when it's all said and done, had directly or indirectly had thousands and thousands of completions, and that number, as you've seen on the Xbox achievement, is 0.08%. So less than 1% of 1%, 800th of a percent are the people that's completed this raid so far. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for watching this far. Again, give these guys a shout out if you run into them. They're great guys.